Hello, welcome to my studio for my November mailer. And I didn't think this was going to happen. It's been very busy here, and I just wanted to come and share some of the flip side to studio life, really. So some of my musings about what's going on in my head, in my heart, in my studio. And we're already rattling very swiftly towards mid-November and beyond. And I have been creating the new course, Stillness in Stitch, which you're more than welcome to join us on, and getting prepared to rerun the Winter Holiday Playday course. And that's meant that I've kind of taken my eye off the ball on my own creativity, really. I love putting together the courses. I love sharing my ideas, sharing my techniques, and in enabling you to be creative. But I think, like all of us, and this is the feedback I've been getting from my community, is we're feeling a little bit bereft of some of that creative time that we were endowed with last year when we had lockdown. And some of that time where we can just be and play and do at our own pace, and not a pace that's dictated to us by the needs of a job or the needs of our family or the needs and responsibilities that we fill our lives with and are expected of us. And I have been putting work together, body of work together this year, and some of that is going to become available to sell for my next curated collection. And I'm also trying to finish some work that I've started for that. I'm finding it so hard to find that creative space, that creative time, but also that energy. And I've talked about this previously, this energy that changes through the year, that changes through the seasons, and about how we kind of maintain that, how we create space for our creativity. And some of that's about the simple stuff of planning, but also energy's funny, isn't it? You know, we can feel really drained by something which is quite simple. For me, that's doing my accounts, for instance. But we can also feel very uplifted when we connect to our true and authentic self. And it's that idea of finding that authenticity, finding that space to flourish, and having that connection to ourselves and our art making, which we can then value and value ourselves through. And I guess we find that energy through looking after ourselves. And for me, that's kind of, as we go into winter, it's making sure I've got time to have the early nights, time for the nice warm baths where my mind can just grow and be, and I have great ideas. It's those walks when the sun shines, and the regular practice of turning up for art making, so that when we have a project in mind, we've got the things around us, we've got the space set up, we're familiar with what it is that we want to do and what we want to say. And that process then is about, not always about the end point. Sometimes, yes, we want to gather all the strands together, all the threads together to create an end point, but it's that belief in the process and finding a way that we enjoy processing art. And for me, that's mixed media and bringing in stitch, bringing in paint, bringing in collage, and then finding new ways of working that together to keep the process fresh for me. It's also about releasing from our inner critic, because they sit on the shoulder, don't they, going, you should be doing that, you should have gone to see so-and-so, this piece of artwork's rubbish. And we need to override that. So that often for me is putting on the music. It's about making sure that everybody else is content whilst I go off and do something. And yet that can be really challenging, can't it? You know, it's very easy to sort of go, right, this is my to-do list. I've got to do the washing, I've got to do the housework, I've got to do the shopping, and then I'll do art. And I guess what we need to do is say, no, my art comes first, and it comes first to making me feel whole and well and energized. And that I would really recommend, if we can get into that mindset of, this is a necessary part of who I am as a creative person. And when I don't function, when I don't create, it makes me a lesser person, and I deserve to be who I am. I deserve to express myself in the way I wish to. So I hope you'll join me on that campaign for doing that, to express yourself in the way you wish to. So I need to clear space. I need to clear time for me, for my creative work, and to get the deadlines met that I've established. And I was reading something that talked about how, as creatives, creative block often doesn't come from a lack of ideas, it comes from too many. And it's then how we find flow by releasing small amounts of our creativity, so we don't feel overwhelmed, so we don't end up going, I can't do everything. And I think at this time of year, we've got creative projects we want to do ourselves. We've got the pull on our time of friends and family and connections and starting to see people before Christmas. I've got things I want to make for people as well. And I can sometimes just be a rabbit in the headlights and go, I just don't know what to do. And I think that's where keeping a notebook comes in, writing down ideas so that they don't just disappear, and about processing ideas and breaking them down into smaller component parts. And some of creativity can work like that. So, you know, making a present for my friend can be a sort of beginning, middle, and end in itself. And other things, it's just about making that space so that you can show up for yourself in your creative space and honour who you are as a creative person. I hope you'll be able to do that this month. Hope you'll be able to do some honouring of your creative space, your creative time, and value what that is, what it brings to you and what it brings to other people. And I shall join you again here and share a little December project for you for the run up to Christmas in about a month's time. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.